Hey, I'm Jesse. Let's come from 1 Peter chapter 3 again for our devotion in our apologetics series. While you're in your small group, you're coming from 2 Corinthians. Our sermon series is going through assorted scriptures. I know it's weird. I'm doing a topical series right now, but it's always scriptural. It's always giving proper regard to the text. But this is all arranged systematically in such a way that you're equipped to give a reason for the hope that you have. This series is titled Reason for Hope, and it actually comes from today's devotion text. Here is 1 Peter chapter 3. Yesterday we saw in verse 15, in your hearts regard Christ the Lord as holy, ready at any time to give a defense to anyone who asks you for a reason for the hope that is in you. Now, yesterday we regard in our hearts, the core of our being, Christ. That means he's the anointed one, the fulfillment of all messianic prophecy. The Lord, that means that he's boss in our lives. If he tells us to bring up the gospel in an elevator with an executive, we're going to do it as holy. It's because this matters more to us than anything else, more than our professional advancement, more than our financial good standing. We're going to trust him. You come to a point where you got to make a decision. Either he's Lord or not. If you believe he's Christ, that obligates you to share. If you believe that he's holy, then he's more important than everything else in your life. So either he's Christ to you or he's not. Either he's Lord in your life or he isn't. Either you think he's holy or you're acting like he's not. He's Christ, he's the Lord, he's holy. You believe this in your heart, the core of your being. And today's verse 15 says, ready at any time. Ready at any time. This is rarely going to come at a time that's convenient. We're to be ready at any time, and it seldom comes at a moment of our choosing. We're ready in season and out of season, like Paul will tell Timothy in 2 Timothy chapter 4. Most of the time, it's out of season. Those moments are going to come up where the Lord is going to prompt your heart to give a reason for the hope that is in you, to walk across the coffee shop, walk across the conference room, walk across the cafeteria at your workplace, whatever your setting is, and to bring it up and to go there and to give a reason for the hope that you have. And it's mostly going to be at a time that you don't feel like it. And when it's not really comfortable, it's never going to cease to be scary. And I'll share with you what I share with the students of the Redemption Church. Get addicted to that heart-thumping feeling, because that comes before every awesome thing God's ever done in my life. And it can be the same for you too. Ready at any time. If you let the moment pass, God's going to use somebody else. He doesn't actually need you. Everybody loves the 90s songs from Jars of Clay, but there's something that's wrong with their lyrics. God doesn't actually need us because he's God and we're not. If you are not ready at that moment, God's going to use somebody else. You're going to miss out on the blessing. Be ready at any time. Get addicted to that heart-thumping moment and walk across the cafe and bring it up. You expect them to bring it up? You be ready when the Spirit prompts you to go, to say something. Even if it's a small thing, you may not know this side of heaven just what kind of eternal fruit God might bear through your ministry, giving a reason for the hope that you have. Ready at any time whatsoever at all. Be ready at any time to give a defense. All right, this is apologia. This is apologetics. That's why we're going through 1 Peter chapter 3 in our devotion series right now. Regard Christ the Lord as holy, ready at any time to give a defense. It may seem indefensible in a culture that wants to label Christianity as bigoted, as homophobic, and all sorts of other made-up words. But you're ready, you're bold, you're not intimidated. Remember 2 days ago, do not fear what they fear, you're not intimidated. You confess Christ the Lord as holy, and for that reason, you're ready at any time to give a defense. So be ready at any time, and already have the heads up at your heart. It's not going to come at a time that's convenient for you, but this is what we're called to do. The original recipients did this under the persecution of Nero in 64. You can definitely do this in the hallway at T-Mobile. Are you ready? Go give a reason for the hope that you have.